It was a cold and frozen maze that the adventurers found themselves in.
Hey everybody, hello and welcome back to Massively Overpowered Television, where we are bringing you MJ's insane adventures in TTRPG land, as we still hope to get back into DDO, or we may try even jumping into another game soon when we wrap up this adventure. But while we are waiting for that, we will continue with our D&D nights, and there's only so much D&D you can do. We're actually doing real D&D, just not on a table. Monitor top? Can we call it monitor top? Would that be an appropriate phrase? I don't know. But we are doing our adventure. Last time we started our adventure, folks had wandered in to what appears to be an icy cold maze. And at the very end of our lovely adventure, we, we meaning they, I guess, not me, found that beating a icy stalactite may not have been the best idea, but you know what? Everyone survived, so that's totally good. And yes, Sophie, I did see in standard procedures, and it looks good. So we are going to go ahead and show the board. Hopefully all things are still working. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, look. You can actually see it. Let's make it bigger so everybody can see where you're at. All right, so this is how we left off last time. Going down... Oh, nope, that doesn't work. Going down a hallway, meeting a very testy stalactite. And where are you? Wait, no.
Yeah, and uh-oh is exactly what happened.
Nope, here it is. Right here on my desk. I uh-oh'd because another piece of paper got put on top of it. Party order of actions. And we had just finished, Tam had finished their action, rolled away. Everybody has had their, Thursday was the last person, and we actually just kind of cut it off because we had some questions on the movement. All figured out. It was a misunderstanding. And so, yeah, Tam had jumped back, elbowing through the two girls and to go hide in the corner. And last action for this was for Thursday. Which I know there were thoughts going around, but I think I just cut it off then at the end of the Mephits action.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's a threat there, I don't see a threat, so I guess I just have to hold my action.
All right, so nothing has happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, just to make sure my understanding, me and my ice method studded face are assuming that combat is officially over now.
Nobody makes another action. I mean, nobody's moving. Nothing else moves. Everything is calm at the moment. So as you are standing, what you were doing, everything seems good. So yes. Now, how would you all like to proceed?
I think we should avoid brushing against any more of those stalactites.
Oh, here, I think I can get rid of Mr. Muffet. How do I get rid of you? Boop! And a refresher, these beautifully hand-painted boxes are just the huge stalactites that you guys have run into in other places. So, I guess technically it's not hanging there anymore, but I'm not
Was it
sure.
a single one or multiple?
Can I delete that? The markings are the biggest, most prominent ones. So you guys have run across a few of, haven't you? Yeah. You ran across one of them earlier.
All right, I am all for Tam's plan to go back to the entrance. I do want to know, can we see anything past where we are? Because right now it looks like between the stalactites and the, I'm assuming, ice block right there, that we're pretty much at a dead end.
Okay. No, now that you're taking a moment and can actually see, then what could your eyes see? From the angle you're at. Do, 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 do. That did not do what I was trying to do. Hold on a second. There we go. I kind of can't go at an angle, which really stinks. Oh, well, you'd be able to see all of that. All right, let me... And, yeah, generally. Maybe a little less. I mean, you did reach up and start beating that one with a stick. So, maybe it would have had to be a little shorter. I mean, the distance may have been a little shorter since you were beating it with a stick. Unless you jumped super high. I guess that would be fair to say, right? I was saying there were a lot of them that were hanging down, and didn't we say... Oh, now you've got me.
I admit I did not note down that detail.
You know, and I didn't, I forgot to open my document. So... let's open my document. See, I got a whole document here. Prodding, poking, beating. It felt being beaten, okay? I don't know, if I was poked with a stick, I don't think I'd differentiate much between poking and... Alright, so you all are heading back to the entrance to rest for a bit.
And possibly pick up some dirt.
Oh. Alright, well, you're welcome to move yourself all the way over there. We don't mind a time. We can just fast forward.
Works for me.
Oh, Tam, should we ask Budge? They want to come to the outside as we pass by.
I was wondering if we should check whether Budgie has any ability to help heal Tam or not.
Yeah, I mean, we can stop by Budge there for sure and see what's going on. I don't know that they can move without having enough dirt.
Oops, I'm going to move you, Cat, so two of you aren't standing in the same square there. You turn the corner and you see the pile of dirt kind of shivering a little bit. Dude, I keep trying to move it with my mouse and not these.
Sorry, I'm waiting for the is typing.
Yep, I'm waiting. Hello? Hello? It's you? Is it you? Budgie heard lots of loud sploshy sound. And the little mushroom's head pops out of the dirt and peeks out at you.
Yes,
Okay,
we
this-
had an encounter, as our friend said. Are you okay here? Did anything come get you?
No, just loud. It was loud. Nobody kicked me either. Nope. No kickings, just loud. But you don't look so good. Budgie looks over at Tam. You look kind of... But you both. You two look pokey.
Are you able to do anything about their owies?
I can put some dirt on you. That makes me feel better. Budgie grabs a handful of dirt and starts coming close. You want?
It may help stop the bleeding, at least.
Your owies are much redder than mine. So Budgie tries to carefully rub some dirt on any of your pokey spots. Poked spots? Now I'm speaking like Budgie.
I wince in sympathy because that doesn't look comfortable.
Budgie only had this much dirt, and then looks around. Do you want Budgie to help too? And looks back at Tannic. I got a little more.
Sure, I'll accept help. And then we can probably go get you more dirt.
More dirt? Budgie comes over and stretches on his tiptoes and tries to rub some dirt on your poked spots too. And now you guys look a bit polka dotted with wounds and dirt smudges. Feel better?
I asked Budgie if he would like to come with us to the entrance or if we should bring the dirt here.
Well, you said you would let me go see outside, right? But I can't walk that far away from my dirt pile. More dirt's nice. But you said there's a lot of dirt out there? Like lots? I want to see outside. I want to see outside. How do we go outside? I haven't seen the outside.
Try a little group conference, see if anyone wants to try to ask if we can carry Budgie.
Does anyone have a backpack Budgie can walk in, ride in, or
Okay.
on?
Put some dirt in your hands. Are your hands big enough to
I
hold
have a
dirt?
quiver of arrows on my back, which would probably be very pokey for Budgie to sit on.
Could have, some skewer. Your hands are big to Budgie. We could try. I won't be touching cold, right? I'll be in my dirt. Budgie is willing.
I mean, if we can carry the dirt, I mean, might as well. That's fine. That's probably better than dragging 200 feet of earth back here.
Exactly.
Sarah, are you a very, very big wood elf, or? Alright, so Budgie comes over and carefully crawls up and sits down on the pile of dirt in Tam's hand. Going on adventure! Venture.
Yeah.
Never been on one. Those that came before talked about ventures. Talked about cool stuff. I heard them. Even though they were yelling, they have big feet.
Let's get back to the entrance now and be careful of that one icicle we passed on the way in.
Yep. And I will ask GM permission to fast forward to the entrance, or is there something that's going to stop us along the way?
If you guys take your same route, nope. You will just fast forward to the entrance and rest. Let's take Budgie to the entrance here. Is there anything you want to say to Budgie or talk about? Oh, that takes him right off the map. All right, I'll just put him right there.
Well, we point to the outside world of dirt.
Wow.
I think we broke Budgie.
Budgie's just staring outside.
My leaky teaches that the dirt is for everyone, so have at it.
Budgie leaps out of Tam's hand, plops face first down on the ground, and starts doing the dirt angels. This is so neat! There's so many different colors. The dirt looks different. Budgie's a very happy little mushroom.
Aren't you more comfortable out here, Budgie?
Yes! This is nice. This is nice. Maybe friends will still come by and talk to Budgie. There used to be other friend. He was hairy. Likes to drink. He came by once. He was looking for something he lost. But he hasn't visited Budgie in a very long time.
I forget if we asked, did this friend have a name?
No. He didn't tell me a name. I think?
Okay, is Budgie going to be okay if we sit and rest for a minute?
Yes, Budgie will be. Budgie is just sitting there playing in the dirt. Imagine a 4-year-old in a sandbox sitting there, running the hands through, loving every moment of this dirt underneath him.
All right, so how is this short rest going to work?
Well, you can rest. You can take your rest. You can get back your hit points. Let's see. Tam said they had. Roll your hit dice, get back a healing. I mean, no reason for you guys not to fast forward, say you took an hour rest. Oh, wow. Rolling in the hit points. Anyone else need to if you're resting?
I'm going to now on the character sheet. There is a button for short rest. Is that what I'm using?
Like, I go to move over and look at character sheets. Thursday or Sophie might be able to answer that one quicker than me.
I'm just gonna push the.
I don't think Sophie saw the short rest button.
Oh.
Yeah, that it doesn't push.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, is that just like, is that a skill that you can rest in a shorter amount of time and get?
Well, short rest is a short rest. You get like one spell level back, and you get like one roll of your hit dice back. So.
Okay.
Or you get one spell back or something like that. I can't remember, but I haven't cast any spells, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, push it. Yeah, it's just you can. I think you can attune magical items during a short rest. Can't remember. It might require a long rest, but other than that, yeah, it's just a quick way to get some hit points back and some spells back. But it's not like you rest a full day and get everything back.
Right. Okay.
Right. So, but it's not an actual button to click and have
No, that's what I
something
saw.
determined.
No, so you just roll your hit dice number, which.
Yeah, the under armor class, there's a hit dice button.
Oh, I see it.
So yeah, don't apply the con bonus like Tam said. So it'd just be 8.
Wait, did you roll an 8 too, Lurkin? Dang. Broken dice.
Yeah.
But good
I
for
don't
you
need
guys.
to roll, but I'm not seeing what you guys are talking about for this.
Okay,
Points
so in
button.
your hit points are where it says hit point maximum, and you have your number there.
Yeah.
Underneath it says total hit dice 1, hit dice, and then whatever your hit die is. The hit dice words are an actual button.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Oh yeah, there's so much on this page that until it went over and turned red, I'd have no idea that things were clickies. I was like, oh, look at that. Oh, this is a clicky too. Oh, this is a clicky. Oh, look at that clicky there. Yeah. Crikey.
I did not take any damage. I'm just down 1 arrow. Unless I can say I was able to recover the arrow after the fight.
Well, you'll be going back in later, so can always recover then. Oh. Budgie looks at you skeptically about animals. Do many of them want to eat, Budgie? I think one hairy guy talked about sauteed mushrooms once, and that scared me.
Okay, if we're done with the rest, I'm going to ask Budgie if he'd like to stay out here, find somewhere safe.
I don't want to be cold again, but you can come back and talk to me more. Right?
Yes, we'll be back this way eventually.
Cool. I'll stay. I have much dirting to do. Yes. I can move around. Budgie starts kind of running in longer distances around. Big figure eights. Yelling, "Wee!" with his hands up as he just runs around the entrance in big figure eights.
Just be careful, Budgie. If anyone comes, hide until you know if they're friendly or not.
Budgie will do. Budgie will watch. Budgie will guard for you. You bring Budgie to good dirt. Budgie very happy.
Lurkin worries that Budgie running around yelling "wee" is going to end up sauteed by the time we're back.
Go hiding. Hiding. So, as Tam heads in, Budgie starts looking around the entrance. Trying not to go too far from the entrance, you can tell. But looking around as if trying to find a spot.
Okay, so I say we head back in. Do we want to go the same path that we've used, or check out some of the places we hadn't gone?
Should we check this little area over here? We seem to have a void in our, in our
Yeah,
carefully hand-drawn map.
the left and then another left as we come in.
Yes.
I was thinking we might want to check
here's-
around that corner.
All right. You guys are peeking in. I saw. So, for those of you who are tuning in, then we actually made a standard procedures document so that they didn't have to say this every single time we were doing something. And in that, so we've got the party order. We have for the corners, Tam peeking around. And if there are doors, checking for traps, listening. Of course, I like how it put best if everyone does. Yeah. All right. And so peeking over. Yeah, I think you can see that far. So. Gotta jump over to chat. Oh, wait, if I leave it on chat on that side, maybe I can. So, seeing all these giant ice cubes, wondering if somewhere in here is a giant glass of whiskey. Maybe you're in a giant glass of whiskey. All right, so now you've seen... You can tell there are 3 openings where there isn't a long dark... Oh, let me reveal a little bit better here so you can... Where the darkness continues beyond walls that you can see. There we go.
Okay, I'd like to move up just enough to see around that corner.
The popping just in front of Tam. Oh, Tam going ahead. All right, so
Do we want to avoid that icicle ahead of us, or should I try prodding it from here?
Wasn't a big fan of the prodding.
I think as long as we stay clear of them and keep an eye, we should be. That will be a more prudent form
I
of
would
action.
just as soon save my arrows until I have something to fight. No need to pick fights if we don't have to.
Yeah.
All right, let's move up until we can see around the other corners a little.
Let Lurkin peek. Let Lurkin peek.
All right, can we see anything from here? Do I need to do a perception?
Oh, which direction are you trying to look?
He's got this. He's got up there.
Okay, yep.
He can also go down this way.
Yeah,
too,
and
kinda.
I mean,
Were you looking
from,
up or down? Or right or left?
from my angle, I'm kind of looking down,
All right.
but we're also peeking around the corners, I thought.
So should be able to see at least a little ways beyond.
That was unexpected.
If you're peeking around all corners, then there's a corner. Oh, whoops. Yeah.
It was just an extra corner you gave us, I think.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah,
I've literally my hand is shaking a lot, so I can't exactly recover it without recovering the whole map now. So
yeah. I mean,
there
Well, that's-
Hikari's looking.
reasonably speaking, you can see that. Like, that. We're good.
Yeah, especially it almost looks like that. Yeah, there. So we could kind of see that. All right. And now from that angle, we should be able to see a little more down to the left.
So are you just assuming that any of these hand-drawn squares are representing big stalactites?
The biggest stalactites, yes.
Keep moving the entire map rather than my character.
Oh, and I have trouble moving the map because I keep trying to grab and move the map. Oh, and I'm missing showing it to people. There we go.
Carefully moving along.
Okay, since I hadn't done one in a while, let's see. Was it?
Perception? Are you trying to do spots and listens?
Yeah, I'm trying to just
Or-
spot anything.
Searching?
Just searching the area for anything unusual. I forget which way the tracks had gone. I think they went up the way that we had gone, not this way, but I'd like to check.
There were actually I thought they kind of went both directions initially. After the beginning, there was a whole bunch of footprints
Okay.
in the
Oh, it was
beginning
just-
that
right, it was
jumped
this
all over. Yeah.
scratches on the walls or whatever.
Yeah. From where you're at, or have you been doing it consistently?
I'm going to do a perception check here.
Okay. Go right ahead. That's a good roll.
Careful, we're using up all our good rolls. now.
um um you do notice that there are still some different scratches on the walls, and something is tugging at you, being slightly off, but it's not there. You have an uneasy feeling that something was off nearby. Tam says, so lots of people went into this place and none of them have come back out yet. Maybe they're all frozen into ice in the middle.
Perhaps. It's certainly cold enough in here for it. There are an awful lot of ice cubes around.
I can't get the image of a giant whiskey glass out of my mind now. Thanks. Oh, Tam has moved up. Ah, the ice block? It is fairly opaque. It's got frost on it, and it's been there for a long time. It looks aged. So not completely, obviously not like mud, but not clear.
They appear worked, like someone has purposely squared them off.
Yes, these giant pillars do look, these giant cubes do look like they were fabricated. They're all very uniform.
Okay, I think we're doing another peeking around the corner.
All of these pillars seem to be in very odd locations. I've
Is
not
this
been
a-
often in large buildings. Is it usual for them to have pillars such as these?
Have you been in giant ice buildings before?
I was asking my companions.
Oh, okay.
I was waiting to see if the little bit of wall there was going to be revealed.
Yeah, is this just
Oh.
a wall or just part of the map not revealing properly? Okay, cool.
Sorry about that.
I mean,
All right. You suddenly hear some loud arguing from a very gruff voice. But it doesn't seem to be speaking a common language. And the sound seems to be coming from your left.
wait, one second.
Alright, I'm looking up what all perception would tell me because there's no real listen. Ooh,
Alright, you can see. Oops. Sorry for the jerky hand. What you can see. Let's see. 5, 10, 15. At an angle. You can probably see. There you go. The room does seem to keep stretching forward on your left, and the sound still seems to be coming from that hallway.
Is the loud voice sound like it's yelling at someone else, or is it just yelling?
You can't tell what the words are because of the language, but it just seems frustrated.
So is this a language that any of us know?
come on, possibly.
Are you
I have
casting?
Common, Elvish, Halfling, and Primordial.
Well, look at Thursday's little note
Yeah.
here.
If nobody understands this, I'll cast comprehend languages.
Oh, written language. Okay, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written.
Yeah, understand literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear for 1 hour.
Why did you have to go and use that? Why? What are we gonna do without it now? Can't you remember anything? And then yelling back is another voice, and it sounds like a scuffle might be starting up. Sounds of a scuffle. Ah, it's not yours! What do you care?
Two individuals seem to be arguing over the use of something or other. The ownership of it is not is in dispute. It seems. They might be getting ready to do our jobs for us.
They also sound like they're distracted, so we might be able to sneak up a little more and see what's going on.
That is a good idea.
All right, you can see all the way. There's an end in front of you, but then there's still opening to the left twice. 2 openings. I know.
And nothing directly above us, just wall.
I was gonna say what's above us here, or whatever direction you want to call that on a flat map. Okay. And can we see down that corridor as well?
Is it clear which direction the voices are coming from?
Tam notices that the sounds do seem to be bouncing off the walls straight in front.
This way?
We'll call that west. Their character portrait is facing that way, so I just called that front since that was the direction everybody was walking.
Okay, so they're going that way, and we're just gonna kind of keep moving.
We should be able to see around this ice block here now.
As Tam is in stealth, just so you all might have noticed earlier, comes forward. Tam can now see that there is an ice orc and a dwarf that are sitting there, and they're still arguing. And one of them acts like they're ready to flip a table, and the two of them continue to argue about one losing something, and the other one is the orc. Duration 1 hour. Good. So Thursday can hear that they're yelling about having lost it. What are they gonna do without it? And the dwarf is just being belligerent right back that it's not his fault. He can't always remember. See, you're checking them out real close. They look like just kind of standard.
Yeah, I don't know what standard. would
Yeah,
be
I
in this
mean
one.
they've got they're bundled up and stuff, and they've got the dwarf has a couple of big hammers. The orc, they've got stuff setting aside. It's not equipped. But they're yelling at each other.
You murmur low enough that the elves within the party should hear. Tannic may be close enough to hear as well. Should we get involved or leave them to be?
Kind of want to see their discussions will lead to a confrontation, or if they're just all talk.
All right, and you caught Tam's whisper to you too. Hey, Kari.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
saying just give them a minute. I want to see what they do.
So the ice orc is the one really wanting to flip the tables, and the dwarf finally looks around and reaches off to the side and pulls out a couple of huge casks and sets them down before the table gets flipped. We may not have that anymore, but I still have some of this. What do you say? And the ice orc starts laughing and grabs one of them as well, and they start cheering and chugging.
Question about the comprehend languages. It seems like it's only a understand, not a speak. So would we even be able to communicate with them if none of us understood the languages?
Not if they're speaking, not if they remain speaking in the language. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do the same words as their language, but...
Right, and if they don't understand what we're saying,
We don't know yet whether they speak common or not.
correct? So even if they wouldn't
There's
normally
a
attack
thing
us, they
here
wouldn't
that
quite
says on
understand.
Google. Google says probably the biggest misunderstanding of comprehend languages is that it does not give you the ability to speak or write in the language being spoken. So no.
It's not a universal translator. Bummer. All right, so for the moment, they seem to be chugging and chortling. And they're still very rambunctious, but...
Do we have any alcohol with us? In case we need a peace offering.
I do not.
Tam says, I'd be surprised if they don't speak at least a bit of common, even if it's not their first or preferred language.
I have honey cakes, but no booze.
Honey cakes might be good.
Yeah. Because I would like to try to talk to them, since other than Budgie, they're the only things we found in here that didn't want to rip our faces off immediately. You know.
From here, you can pretty well tell that they're both quite inebriated.
I pull one of the cakes out of my pouch and hand it. I
Well,
will
we
cover
haven't-
you. I will cover you from here if one of you wishes to approach them.
I'll
Here
go
you
for
go.
it.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say who has a good persuasion.
That's my line. That's my part.
Like the Tams, we don't know they won't rip our faces off. They haven't seen us yet.
Right. Well,
Yeah, they're both still facing the other direction. So basically, mostly their backs are to you. The dwarf is his back, his shoulder a little bit, so they're not facing your direction. They're facing into the darkened area you can't see.
Let's see. 1 second.
So is Thursday going to approach?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll speak in Goblin. That's probably the best way to start with these ones. I'll probably know some Goblin. If that doesn't work, then I'll switch to Common. Hello, friends. I see you're having a party. I've got some nice honey cakes to contribute if you'd like to share some of that drink.
The orc tips back on his chair because he tried to whip around too fast. And the dwarf just starts laughing at him. Look at you!
Seems like you might have much to drink already, so you can certainly share.
The dwarf doesn't quite respond, but he looks at you while laughing, but the orc does speak back in very not good goblin. You drink food? And he's trying to pick himself up off the floor, and the dwarf really just can't stop laughing.
They'll slam the honey cake on the table there, and as explanation for what translation. That's our translator. Yes. Exactly.
The honey cake translator.
universal language.
The dwarf looks down and grabs the honey cake and starts stuffing it in his mouth and almost chokes because he's still laughing at the orc. And now the orc gets up and is angry again at the dwarf because the honey cake is now stuffed in his mouth. And he starts yelling again in his language. You
The
comprehend
of
language.
Namen.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't tell you what language it is when you're understanding it, does it? You understand them, but it doesn't tell you which
just
it is.
understand it. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is now.
Okay.
I don't think. Because after the spell runs off, it instantly all of it goes away.
So he's chewing, laughing, half spitting honey cake out his mouth towards the ice orc, and the ice orc is now pounding the table again because he missed out on honey cake.
What the hell? Thursday will grab some of the drink and take a swig. She's just gonna go with the we'll go with the same angering method for the dwarf. See how that goes.
The orc takes a look over at this. Wait, let me get your description right here. All right. Are you very tall for your elf?
Yeah, well over 6 feet tall.
Willowy
tall
or
and
spindly? Okay. Looks over at this wafy looking creature and pumps his arm up. Yeah! And now the dwarf is also looking at it again, finishing up, trying to wipe a bit off his beard. It's not helping because it's all over his beard now. And beckons you to come over. Starts looking around to get more booze. Then he speaks up in common. Come join. Come have a drink with us. Drink with us. Yes.
Thursday will certainly join, though she's not going to drink a whole lot. She can feign drinking.
Tam is leaning against a wall, trying to look nonchalant.
So I happened to hear you lost something.
At this point, the orc is like, he did, and the dwarf's all, oh, I did, I lost, I hid my favorite jug. I lost my favorite jug. I know I put it around here somewhere. I'm keeping it safe. And he's mad because it had the best in it. And the orc agrees. The best drinks. I'm sorry, I was going to do more voices, but I think my throat's starting to hurt a little too much right now.
That's fine.
When the dwarf speaks common, I pipe up Isner for all of us. Sure. We had enough to last a long time without my jug. We'd never run out. Never. No, come up. They were big casks he pulled up. Come. Not many mugs. It's okay. Just have a drink. Come on.
I pull out another honey cake and offer it to the orc while reaching for the mug.
The orc sneers over at the dwarf with a mighty sneer and reaches out for the honey cake and stuffs it in his mouth too. He's mumbling, "You think? Thanks?" Tam asks, grabbing a drink, "Have you two lived here long?" Don't really live here. Just it's a nice place to hang out. It's keeps the casks nice and cool. This is where this is my and the orc speaks. This is his secret stash. In which case, the dwarf tries to smack the orc in his head, but it's good storage. It's really good. Testing a new batch.
Your secret's safe with us, friends. That's for sure. We just came to run through, and we saw that you were enjoying some drink, and figured we had to share with you.
Company's good. Anyone who enjoys a drink's good. Those people who don't drink anything, gotta wonder about them. What do they do?
So, any competition come through here often, or?
There was some folks making a big racket before, but, Snard here called out to him. He points over to the orc, and, they just took off running. I don't know. Guess them's are the not drinker parts. What you gonna do?
Did you see which way they ran?
Well, they just went back down that hall.
Do you two just stay here by this fire when you're here?
Oh yeah, I got the casks are. We got everything stuffed here. No reason to go any farther. I don't want to go deeper. Had some trouble with some icicles before.
Yeah, we ran into a couple of those ourselves. We understand those prickly sort.
It's been too long since someone enjoyed some of the fresh stuff with us. Ha 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 ha. So what brings you here? What brings you to this part? Just come to enjoy a little drink? Oh, and Tam answered very quickly. Some merchant named Darl says he bought the ownership rights to this whole place and sent us to map it out. Oh. Think he's gonna make me move my casks? The dwarf suddenly starts to look a little serious. Didn't think there'd be any owners here for... Rent. Maybe he'll just come and have a drink with us. Oh, I'm sure I might have something. Starts looking over at the orc's weaponry. You can tell from the conversation between the two, they do seem to be old friends that are just enjoying a secret hidden place of revelry and drinking.
Maybe you could offer to guard it for him here in exchange for being able to stay in your little corner here.
Well, we don't want to go any farther. Let's see. Of course, no need to mention to him there's friends of ours down here if you don't want to. Well, I don't know. This is a good spot. I mean, if he doesn't mind, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. It's hard to find a nice, quiet spot where you can keep things good and cold.
We may be able to talk to him, and maybe there's a job he can give you working here and guarding the place or something.
Yeah. Oh. You do that. You tell him to come on and talk to me if he needs. Yeah. It's not a secret. Wife don't know this place. We're good. We're good.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you've seen around here that we should be worried about?
Nah, we haven't been through the whole place. There's some spots with I think thin ice. Tam, could be a good business plan for him. Cold storage overseen by expert caretakers.
Well, at this point, I think I thank them for the drink and say that we're going to be mapping more of the place anyway. Is there anything that we can do to help them find their lost item while we do?
Oh, yeah, if you see my jug. If you see a jug, man. I found that it's a good jug.
I gather it fills itself.
Who told you?
Well, you hinted, and I know a little bit about these things, so.
That's good. You can have the good stuff, and it doesn't run out. It's somewhere. Hope someone didn't take off with it. I don't know. I put it somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Maybe.
Certainly keep an eye out for it.
The orc reaches over and whaps him upside the head. You had to go and lose it, didn't you? Ah, spotting thin ice. Step on it, you'll know.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your hospitality. We will be on our way, I think, and have a good one.
Aye, thank you. Come again, come again. There'll be more. They stay boisterous around the fire, drinking more.
Is this little area a dead end? Can we see what's... Is it just a wall above us here?
That's... Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Sounds like they didn't explore much in. So I'd say if they went anywhere to lose the jug, it was either taken or down this other corridor that we haven't been in yet.
Yeah,
May
so we
as
can
well
head
look
that way.
nearby first.
Oh, checking down here. Whoop. You can surmise that part.
Do a few perception checks for all of us, trying to look around. If they do a lot of drinking, they might have lost it very, very nearby.
New addition to standard procedures while we're in here, testing the ground in front of me with my staff as I walk. Nice, okay. I love how I can mouse over it and can see your actual roll. And then what
Thursday is
with
not
the bonus
perceptive at all.
Thursday's like, I see there's a floor and
There's some ice on it.
there's an icy floor. I don't know. You're not seeing anything unusual as you search along this area.
Should we bother walking ahead?
I think
Not
if we
hard to check out. Depending on how small or large this jug is, we
I
might
say, I
can
think-
spot it from a distance.
I think Tam just teleported.
I mean, we can see 60 feet, so I think we can probably search pretty well.
Oh, okay, went up there.
I say you can see, surmise that. It does. It looks weird that it shoots across the map like that to me. All right. Tam says maybe map the place out first, come back and check stuff more
Yeah.
thoroughly. If
That's
we
why I
don't
was asking
find-
if there was any reason for us to go down that corridor.
Yeah. Oh, I'm reading that not for you guys, the players, but I don't know how well the viewers can see on the screen what Tam is doing or saying. So I
yeah,
wanted
it's kind
to.
of cut off on the stream, so.
So
Yeah, not a bad idea to read it out.
yeah, I know you guys can see it just fine.
I think we
Curious
can probably
though why
sneak
it does
that.
2 numbers for Tam and Thursday, but only 1 for Lurkin and I.
I'm automatically rolling for advantage or disadvantage, so it's a setting. You
Yeah.
just ignore it. If I don't have advantage, then you just ignore the second number. You only take the first number. I just have it set to automatically roll.
Yeah, we don't have that. We're not. You haven't run into
Alright.
needing that yet. And if it is, I could just have you roll a second time.
All right.
Yeah, not really necessary.
Just
I
curious.
just have it set that way because I'm lazy. Peeky peeky.
All right. Oh, and you guys, your vision is 120 or 60?
In total darkness, it's 60.
Oh, well, unless I'm adding completely wrong. Bloop. Oh, yeah, I think I gave you a little extra. Whoops.
All right, I was gonna say, get out your ice tapper and check around that corner.
Yeah, I went 65 feet above, so. Yes, you
Yeah.
could barely make out there was a wall there. All right, and Tam's looking down and does see that there is. Oops. Oh man, I'm doing the both maps for the being able to see as well as as well as moving it around so everybody can see it on stream is throwing me off. I'm forgetting one to go to the other. What do you think I should have folks show? Just more exactly where you guys are? Less the whole map? Just kind of where
Yes,
you guys
Lathander
are at.
teaches that the path to the right is always to the light.
All right. As Tam peeks around the corner.
The light is always to the right, is what I meant to say, but
Kind of get the angle there. Yeah, if I could do a triangle like view, I would, but all right. When you reach up to that point, Tam, I'm assuming you're peeking around. All right. So at that point, you can see. Excuse me.
Can we see anything, or are we waiting for GM to breathe?
Sorry, you can breathe now. All right.
Well, I figured if you didn't answer, that was going to be our answer.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm sorry. I was trying to get a drink. What angle can you see there? Just imagine it cuts that corner for you. So it actually feels really weird that I'm not describing stuff as much. 60 feet in front of you, you see a wall, because you actually see the wall. It's really kind of a different way of playing. Spend a minute peering closely at the stalactites before moving past them.
Okay, and I ask only for, time purposes. When are we going to call it tonight so that maybe we can move ahead a little faster?
Well, you might want to call it right now, or we're going to have a little fun. Well, just so we can say, yeah. Do you guys have another 10 or 15 minutes, or do you want to call it here? That is completely up to y'all.
I can do 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can keep going.
I can do that.
All right.
So are we looking further into this alcove?
As Tam gets close to the stalactite, now familiar feeling happens as the stalactite changes form and drops down. But Tam is not caught by surprise, is watching the stalactite closely, so I won't even have you roll. Sorry, I'm having trouble moving. Erk. Choop. There's your friend. Ah.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Oh, I need to roll initiative too, don't I?
Did my roll go through?
Mm-hmm. You rolled a 3 with a 3 bonus. All right, hold on. My ice method page changed. Why did it change? Okay, sorry. Well, you guys didn't know what they are, but now you know what they are. Where are you? Doesn't it have an initiative roll that I can click? Nope. Okay, so I have to come over and roll a d20. And little ice Mephi. Oh, that was close. All right, order is Sophie Sovskaya is first. Nope, Thursday is first. Sorry about that. Thursday, Mephit, and Lurkin and Cat. All right, Thursday, you're first.
I will take a shot with my crossbow.
All right.
I think if I can figure out how to roll. $17.
Every time I try to go to chat, it's making his page disappear, which is driving me nuts. Oh, I'll look at chat on the other window. How about that? Okay, I just solved that problem. All right, roll the 17 and you hit. So roll your damage.
Dang.
Woo! You definitely shatter off a piece of a big fat chunk of this crystalline looking, just icy creature. I guess he's not totally crystalline, but.
And Tam's turn.
Yep,
Next up.
Next is Tim. All right.
Melee attack with staff 18.
Why can I not click on it right? Oh, I'm on. Right, hold on. Oh, Tam, you have 2 attacks? Wait, can you take 2 attacks? Probably can, you're a monk. As a bonus, there's your bonus action. Okay, and so you did another 5. So the ice mephit falls and then immediately explodes.
Anyone else in the path of ice shards this time?
Nope, it only seems to go about 5 feet.
Does it cost an action if I move back to give Tam room to back away, since we'd be expecting an explosion now?
You can't do an action until your turn in the list.
Yeah, I mean, 11 dodge should be okay.
Yep, so you, on a dodge, successful save, you take... Oh, wait, what was the save for?
Yeah.
Let me-
oh yeah, it's
let me
half damage
remind
for
it.
save.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? They haven't done that yet. DC 10 dexterity saving throw, a 1d8 slashing damage on failed save. Or half as much on a successful one. So, let's roll a d8. And you take 1 point of damage.
Our experience has yielded a much better result.
Sorry, Cat, the dice smashed on your head, apparently. And after 2 experiences, you do notice you do not see any difference between this or other stalactites that you have gone past. Oh, it only squished you on my map, not on the one that's showing to players. That's good.
So no indication why this one aggroed on its own when others haven't.
Tam does not recognize anything different. Do you guys want to
further into the room now?
study it with intelligence roll? Tam glares at the ice fragments. These things are way too sneaky. Elfers are clearly braced for it this time. Took a few ice splinters to the arm.
And
True.
the I'm forgetting the name. Kat's character has favorite enemy, so if she can learn anything else.
Oh, can you actually learn from favorite enemy?
Favorite enemy elementals.
Or if she might know anything else.
You know, I don't how much elemental. Oh. Oh, it might help if I say in D&D 5e, right?
Oh, it's a bonus anytime you do a knowledge check. So I guess. I don't know if that would help them learn something more each time, or if they just already know.
Okay, so you have to make intelligence checks to recall information about them. +2 bonus to damage with weapon attacks, and then +3 at 6th level, +4 at 14th level. So you can do your wisdom check, or excuse me,
Intelligence.
yes, an intelligence check to recall information about them. Well, since it's already her favored, then I guess they're assuming she's probably learned something about them in the past.
Yeah.
So it's if she can recall it. So the intelligence check to recall. And she does not remember. Oh, wait. An intelligence
Yeah, I'm
save?
not very
Yeah.
smart.
No, just means you're not recalling something right now. You
Is that
don't
supposed to be a save or a skill?
Yeah, I think it probably would have been like not I'm not sure what that would be against an elemental.
I just clicked the intelligence thing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is
Yeah, that's a saving throw.
save against your own memory?
Yeah.
It's
It's a
there's
straight intelligence roll, not a save.
yeah, that's the
Oh yeah,
intelligence.
intelligence roll. You don't. Yeah, that save was not good. A 9. You can recall a little bit about Mephits. You do remember that. Oh, I want to pull up so I don't missay something. You do remember that they are completely indistinguishable from ice when they are motionless, and that they have a breath weapon as well as claws. So besides trying to slash, you remember that they do breathe out a breath weapon as well.
Can I recover my crossbow bolt or no?
Yeah. You can
Okay.
you can recover your stuff. Whew, you guys are sure taking down these. Cat's like, well, at least Cat, you got to go first last time, so you did get to. I think it means everybody has actually gotten to fight thanks to.
So say I've explained what you just said to the others.
And the burst is, you believe, is a given feature of their lifespan.
Now, we may do better to fight these at range if possible. We'll save you getting ice shards in your face or arm afterwards.
Tam says, so what you're saying is, for all we can tell, this entire ice dungeon could be made of hundreds or even thousands of sleeping mephits.
It is
That's
possible.
a great
and-
thought.
That is, yes.
But you did say there was a lot of angry ice here.
I think our tactics so far have been okay. Our first encounter was difficult, obviously, but they don't seem to attack unless one of us gets too close. So we'll just have to keep an eye out and hopefully not get surprised again. And we can, like you say, once one reveals itself, we'll want to try to attack it from a distance.
Trying really hard not to sing Bette Midler here.
So my only question here is, do we poke into the rest of the room or end it here and continue next time?
With combat stopped, it is nothing else is happening around you. You can definitely make a stop on at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I think look.
Make sure
He
nothing
just wanted
else
to
is
know if we
lurking in the
wanted to
corner.
check over here first, or if we should
Right.
call it beforehand.
Especially since it's just that little bit right there.
Tam's like, going for it.
Yep.
Shaky hand, man. Sorry.
All right, that seems like a safe place to call it then.
That opens up. Hard to get through some of these corridors without passing close to them. Yep. I don't know. So, stopping the adventure here for a couple moments. What do you guys think of tonight? How do you feel? Although doing this live means I could be roasting myself completely. But feeling a
No, we-
little more into, I know Kat hasn't done the tabletops per se before, and I don't think Lurkin has as much experience with them. How do you guys feel your how it's going so far?
I think we moved along a lot better this time. We were almost too cautious last time.
Yeah, I think we got through, and we know our characters have learned how to deal with a few things, and we got Budgie to the front door, and we avoided some combat that could have happened with the two fellows over here, and so far doing very well.
Yeah, I like
And
that
to-
it's not
to
all
keep
hack
the
and slash. Very entertaining NPCs, 10 out of 10. Aw. Yeah.
Budgie's in Happy Dirtland now.
Yep. You guys have rescued a childlike mushroom who is now happily dancing out, and I mean, now I even remember as a kid watching kids make dirt angels and mud angels. It's not just for those who live in snow. So very good. It's very nice to see that the party is not always shoot first and ask questions later. So hopefully you feel like you've gotten some more information about some things. It looks like you've mapped a good chunk of what's going on. So feels productive. And you're getting strategy for your ice dungeon. So if you guys were to... if we were to do daily... I didn't actually think about this right away. One adventure we have, their experience doesn't happen till the end of an adventure per se, or doing it per play session. I did not think about that. We may have to think about that one. Better, okay. Fragile first level characters starting fights they don't need to is a great way not to reach second level. That is so true. I mean,
and as my character is a former cleric who no longer has her healing power, she's very much staying away from combat if she can.
As for the day thing, I think if we were going to count one session as one day, they'd have to be a lot longer.
yeah, okay. So we can do it like the D&D adventures, DDO. You go, you get your experience at the end of the dungeon, which is kind of what I was going on, I think, for me. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't think we would be able to use the experience until we had a long rest anyway, so might as well.
Yeah, stop and think about, how you did instead of run from the method. Oh, speaking of which, I should delete that little guy because he's all dead. Well, you guys I didn't know how to judge your power right off, but you seem to be doing pretty good.
We got really lucky with the rolls today.
You had some really good rolls, and then scared that you'd use all your, as if you only get so many high rolls. Don't use all the good rolls. Yeah, that is a definite part of tabletop lore. As people in the group would sit there and just roll like randomly, and oh look, I'm getting big rolls. It's like don't use them up. No, I'm trying to get rid of the low ones. Not that really has anything to do, but yes, there is such thing as you've got your favorite dice, you've got favorite, there's special dice bags, you've got the, lucky dice holders. Oh, and a fun thing, I don't know if I told any of you, or if I said last time, but when I went to the Pride event here, one of the booths, there were folks selling things, and the guy actually made with his 3D printer, and they're dice catapults. It's a dice catapult, and I thought it was really cool, and I was showing it, to my little munchkin, and we were like, oh, these are so neat, and we talked with the person. He was telling us a little bit about making them and everything, and I'm like, that's really so cool. And he said he showed Munchkin how it worked, and it was like, oh, that's so neat. And we walked off, and we were probably about 4 or 5 stalls down when someone starts yelling, miss, and like you turn around and you're like, yeah, and he's like, this one has gotten a little loose, and I can't sell it anymore. I don't think it's a good enough product, so how would you guys like to have it? So Munchkin and I have a dice catapult that you put it up in the top, and you press the button, and it shoots it down into a bowl and rolls. And I'm like, are you kidding? He's like, oh, no, it's loosened up. It's been on display. I can't sell this one. And I'm like, you're totally making this up, dude. But yeah, so we have I'll have to take a picture of it and put it on Twitter. We have a dice. We have this orange dice catapult that you can just shoot. And
That's pretty cool.
There's my D&D story for y'all for today. But I want to thank my group so much for coming and doing this, especially since they know this is very new to me. I haven't run in a bajillion years, and I've never done 5e or Roll20, so this has been a very learning experience. I really like doing the story, and I hope I don't biff the mechanics too badly, but luckily we do have a couple here who can kind of be like, hey, there's this, you might want to check this spot in the rulebook so that I don't totally blow things up. But I think this is an interesting way, and actually is bringing some more appreciation back for DDO, right? Each of those adventures that they do, it could mirror a tabletop adventure, and they really held the game true to that spirit of it, and I think that's just really neat. Sophie, I don't really know 5e. I just look stuff up in another tab as we go along. Easier for you to look up as I go. Even if I have tabs up, flipping between everything does start to get a little tedious.
Yeah, I just go with what I know from playing DDO and Celesta and Baldur's Gate, and then I Google the rest. So, you know.
True. Well, thank you very much for coming on this adventure with me. Hopefully we'll be able to get back into a game again sometime too, but I look forward to seeing the end of this adventure. And I do want to thank all of our viewers for coming and hanging out with us. I know this is very, very different from what we usually do and what we normally do, but different is a little nice sometimes, right? Maybe, maybe not, but it has been really fun to have folks coming and hanging out with us and being a part of this experience. So thank you all for your support here on OPTV, as always, and thank you for supporting MassivelyOP.com, where we focus on video games and then very occasionally throw something a little different at you. But it's related to DDO. That's how we're tying it together. Have a great night, everybody. Please stay safe, stay well. I will give you the link to our stream post if you want to offer any thoughts or tell us about any of your level 1 adventures. I would love to hear if you have any memories of level 1 adventures. And add that to our stream post. You can also use it to see what our stream schedule is, as well as read up on all the stuff going on in our MMO and multiplayer land. So take care, everyone. Please stay safe, and we'll see you next time. So toodaloo.